We have been looking for some additional privacy in our yard, and one way that we wanted to do this that is a cost-effective way that is also going to make it even more of a dream property than it already is through propagating our own green giants. So I have a bunch of clippings and we're going to walk through the whole process today so that you can do the same in your property or yard. I'm Danielle of the Splitter Farm, and welcome to our channel where we bring you new content every week about living a more self-sustainable lifestyle and how to start your own homestead or small farm. So let's start talking about the green giant. What is a green giant? They are large, vigorous, fast-growing evergreens, and they can grow as much as 3 feet per year. They average out at around 2 to 3 feet per year until they get to their main height, which is going to be around 50 to 60 inches high and a spread of 12 to 20 inches. So they're really going to grow fast and grow to a great height that's going to be awesome for hedges, privacy, or just a standalone tree in your yard. And they're going to be wonderful for zones 5 through 7, which means that they are winter hardy and they can survive in those snowy, cold areas. They are going to require an area that is around 4 hours of sun, so somewhere that does have partial to full sun in them. And we're really excited to start growing our own. You can actually buy green giants as seedlings, or you can even grow them up. You can get them as full-grown trees and put in, but we wanted to do this in a more cost-effective way. So our neighbor actually does have their own green giants in their yard, and they did let us take some clippings. So we're gonna go ahead into our kitchen where we're working on some of these clippings, and Chris is already there. So let's head over and we'll talk about how to actually propagate these trees. Once you have your clippings, as you can see here, we're cutting off around 3 inches from the bottom of the clipping, and this is going to just make it so it's nice and clean and you can put the rooting solution on it. And then we're going to trim down the foliage, and this is just going to make it so that everything better fits inside of our bin. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a bin, and we basically lined it with sand. This way there is just a neutral medium that it could be planted in, and we want to be able to plant as many areas that we can of these. We want to propagate as many as we can. So in order to propagate more, we're just going to cut off more of the top so we can fit more inside of the bin. So you can see Chris already did a bunch of them already, and the key here is to make sure that they're around pencil thickness, or they could be a little bit less, but you can kind of see what they look like already. So we're gonna go ahead and keep getting at these, and then we're gonna dump them into our rooting solution. For our rooting solution, we're using take roots, and this is going to be wonderful for the growth of these cuttings, and I'll include a link down below. Once you've gone ahead and added the take root or any rooting solution of your own, then you can go ahead and put them into your potting soil. We're using sand here, and we're just pushing them into here. You can also use a doweling or a pen to create a hole and then push in your seedling as well so that the rooting solution does not come off. But now for some tips and tricks. It's the next day, and we finally got in all of our cuttings into the propagation area. So I want to finish this off with some tips and tricks for propagation so that you can take this video and really run with it and start propagating your own green giants. Now, the first question that I always get is, when is the best time to propagate these? And the best time is going to be in the winter. And that's because the green giant plants and other evergreens as well are going to be dormant at this time. So when you do take your cuttings from them, it's going to get a really great duplication of the current plant. So if you really like the look and feel of that green giant and it's grown really well, then I would definitely choose that one that you are going to use, and then it will grow really well into that. And you can tell that they are dormant because they're usually going to get a reddish color on the top, and that usually will signify that they are a little more dormant. Once you have actually taken your clippings, you are going to put them into your propagation bin. So we have ours right here. And in regards of placement, you're going to want to keep it in an area that's not going to have any direct sun. So we have this stacked setting right here, and there is no direct sun on it. So I'm going to put it on one of the bottom trays, and we do suggest doing bottom heat, keeping it at around 70 degrees, heating up from the bottom. And this is going to kind of just liven up the cuttings, especially because you're going from a dormant cutting, and this will wake them up and kickstart their growth. So that's going to be really great. In regards to watering, we don't suggest using any type of spray bottles because you really don't want to be getting the tops and branches of these super wet. It could cause them to start to mold or die out. And what you will want to do is, once you do actually set this in and you get everything propagated, ready to go, I would just keep a close eye on it the first week, 2 weeks. If you do start to see that any of the cuttings are dying or getting moldy, then you can just pull out those cuttings. And that's why it's really great that you do a large amount of them. That way, just in case some of them do die, you don't have to worry too much here. And when you water them, you can just make sure that it is moist but not drenched wet. And you can kind of either visually see that. If you do have a clear bin, it's going to be really easy to see how moist the setting is versus this is just a black bin that we have here. After around 1 month, you're going to want to check on your cuttings, and you can give them just a light tug at the top. If you feel some resistance, it means that you most likely have some roots starting down below. Now, if you don't feel that, you can leave them for a little bit longer. And once you feel that there's enough rootings going, then you can actually pull these out of here and start to transplant them into their own pots. Let them grow a little bit from there, and then eventually transfer them either to a bigger pot or out into your backyard. And again, it's great to realize that they are going to grow really fast, and we're really excited to watch ours grow. Comment down below if you're interested in watching more videos on the growth, and we'll do a check-in at around the 1 month period. So if you aren't already a part of our journey, definitely subscribe, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.